everyone, it's Kim here at Good Vibe Astrology, and today I'm bringing you the Astro-Weather for August from the dark moon at the end of July to the first quarter, so about the first 7 days of August. Here we go. August starts out with the new moon. It means we're coming right out of the dark moon phase where we want to rest and recuperate and restore. And then, boom, the new moon, and we set new intentions and feel that new vitality. The fun thing about it is 48 minutes after the new moon, Mercury goes direct. Mercury's been retrograde for the last 3 weeks at this point in time, and then turn around, going forward again at 23 degrees of Cancer. You're not going to feel this instant floodgates are open and you're off at the races. It's going to take a little while, as always, to gain momentum. So even though the new moon is there with this vitality, and it's a new moon in Leo, so it's pretty fired up, a lot of vitality and creativity and desire to connect and play and explore is coming up behind this new moon. It's going to take a while for Mercury to really get rolling. So I would leave this week between the 1st and 7th of August, leave off any major launches if you're planning to blast out into the world with a new venture, even though you have the idea for it and you might be fueling it and you might be working behind the scenes for it, or you want to ask someone out on a date. By all means, go ahead, but keep it light. I wouldn't plan any big events for this next 7 days. Part of this is because on the 4th of August, we've got a very interesting quincunx or inconjunct aspect between Mars and Pluto. This will form what we call a yaw. Essentially, you're going to feel a little bit of a tug-of-war between the direction that you want to go, your true desires, your ultimate desires of what you really want to achieve and accomplish, balanced against almost a ruthless edge, a desire to make it happen. There's an impatience to this energy that can push you into making choices that, on reflection, in a little while, by the full moon, you're going to think, oh, why did I just rush into that? So bide your time here. Generate patience. Use Saturn and where Saturn is transiting in your chart to ground and find stability, to build from the ground up with a feeling of integrity with the earth and the true intentions of what we want to do. Around the 3rd, 4th, 5th of August, if you're feeling a little ruthless, that's fine. Go for a run. Do some exercise. Express, but realize that it's not a perfect time for nutting out relationship conversations. Not yet. Mercury's still starting to gain momentum, and we don't want to push into it. By the first quarter, which is always a square, it's always the moon is square the sun at the first quarter. This is in fixed signs, the moon in Scorpio. Again, there's a lot of intensity here. It's sort of like more interested in getting even than evening things out, if that makes sense. So again, unless there's something that really needs pruning in your life, unless you really want to cut someone or something out and make a kind of a ruthless change, and sometimes you need that energy to make change that's going to disappoint someone but actually feel authentic for you, use this energy for that. If otherwise you want to collaborate and find a middle ground, ease through this. Wait till we move past this a few days before you go for that kind of energy. Quick note before we get started with the sign by sign, the new moon on the 31st of July / 1st of August is 30 days after the last solar eclipse. And if you remember what I said then, I was talking about the timing of eclipses, and they can show us the message or bring us the event that kind of shakes things up in a certain area of life 30 days after. That's now. So be aware as I go through the sign by signs that this can be a particularly strong message coming through to you. Eyes wide open. For Aries, this new moon and these first 7 days of the month are going to be very exuberant. You've got all this activation in your 5th house of play and fun and creativity, creative self-expression. It's about romance. It's about friendship. It's about what lightens up the heart and makes you feel connected. Because your ruler Mars is in Leo, along with the sun, the moon, and Venus, You've got so much fire going on. And wherever you're at in terms of your creativity, whether you feel like you are utilizing it and expressing it to the fullest, or if you feel like you just haven't even hit the mark yet, if you feel like romance has gone from your committed relationships, or you've been single for so long you forget what romance feels like, or maybe your life is just a romantic merry-go-round, wherever you're at with these kinds of feelings, these feelings that make us feel special and really lift up the heart, set an intention. Take a moment, think about what you want, and set an intention for that to unfold. Then just go off and have fun. Do what it is that makes you smile. Okay, for Taurus, all this fiery focus is in the home. It's around your feelings of security, emotional security, whether you have a sanctuary, how engaged you feel with your home, whether you feel like you are king or queen of your castle. You're going to want to take action in the home, sort things out, have the right people right for you that you're living with. You're going to see things in a new way and want to entertain in the home, have a party in the home, decorate, redecorate, do something that makes you feel playful and light and excited about where it is you live. Invite kids to visit the home if that is fun for you. But get into play in that area of life. If you're uncertain about what you want in the home, in your home environment, and how you want to be in that inner sanctuary of self, then set an intention. And if you don't even know how to set an intention for the home of your dreams, you're not sure what it looks like, set an intention to find out. Put out there that you want to become clear on what it is you want in the home. That's going to support you through early August. For Geminis, it's all about communication, and that's playful communication, flirty communication, talking about creative projects. There could be a lot of work involved in getting this right, and that's fine. You're going to have the fire and the enthusiasm to do it. You're also not going to be anybody's pushover. Any people-pleasing in your blood, which a lot of Geminis have personal planets in Cancer. Maybe you've got Cancer or Pisces rising or Libra in there, and you want to really look after other people, make sure that things feel fair and balanced. Not so much the first 7 days. You're going to be very clear on what you want. So set intentions around projects that have to do with the written and spoken word, and think about how you get your point across and stand your ground. Mars is there, so raise the sword arm. Don't be afraid. For those with Sun in Cancer, you're going to be turning a lot of thoughts towards your finances. And it's not just money in the bank, how much money you earn, income streams. It's not so much about that. What it is the feeling that you can take care of yourself. Whether you're self-sufficient or living off the grace of someone else, or in a partnership where there's equal pull of weight, the urge is towards knowing that you can stand on your own. And it doesn't mean you have to. You may still be sharing and collaborating and have business partnerships or creative collaborations or romantic partnerships where the funds are shared. That can be fine, but you need to know that you can make it on your own. So set an intention there for what you want to develop, and not just about the income streams, but this is about developing inner talents that are going to support you in the future. Leo, it's your personal new moon. This comes around once every 12 months, and it's a particularly strong awakening. It may be falling close to your birthday, close to your solar return chart, which gives you new moon energy for the entire year. So if you are born anytime in this first week of August, you're going to be feeling this energy for the entire 12 months to follow. And it's a burst of enthusiasm. It is there with Mars. It really gets you moving. And the feeling is to really look at yourself. What are you doing for you? And that can make you feel, oh, it's a little selfish. I have a partner to think about. I've got creative collaborators to think about. I have kids to think about. I have parents to think about, a family, whatever. That's true. And there's always the balance with being for yourself and being for others. But this first 7 days, I want you to be very tuned into self and go ahead and be a little bit selfish so that you can get clear on how you bring yourself out into the world. And if you're doing what you really want to be doing in the 4 key pillars of life, so that's you and your self-expression, you and your connection to partnerships, you and your home, you and your career. So operant word is you. And set intentions that resonate with your core values. Virgo has this energy in the 12th house, and some of you out there are going to be living the dream. It's going to feel like you are connected with nature, you're connected with your path, you're connected with your source energy, your spirit, you're feeling true to yourself and in alignment with everything that you want to be. That sounds pretty darn good. If you're not feeling that, you're going to notice it, and you will notice it through quirky dreams and odd feelings that just come blasting up out of seemingly nowhere that have you a little ruffled, a little unsettled, and all it is your unconscious urging you towards the path that's authentic for you. So whether you experience this first week as dream come true and enthusiasm and on the right track, or if you experience it as some bumps in the road, either way, you're going to know where to adjust. Dream come true? You don't have to lift a finger. You just relax and enjoy and experience some gratitude for the life that you're living. If you feel those bumps, we don't let the hackles come up. You simply notice them and notice, okay, so that's not a fork in the road that I'm really enjoying. How can I change course? And it's not like you have to manhandle it into a new direction. Remember, Mercury, your ruler, is just now going direct. It's going to take a while to gain momentum. So set intentions on the direction that you really want to go, and then allow. Do things that feel like alignment. Notice it when you are smiling, when you are happy, and let the universe take care of the rest. For Libra, this is your connection to others. The activation is all in your 11th house. Birds of a feather, the people that you feel are part of your tribe, where you feel connected with like-minded others. You're going to want to socialize, whether it's social media, face-to-face, probably a lot of both. It's a time to be with friends. And as you are with friends, as you find those connections on and offline, and with ideologies and beliefs that resonate with you, so your goals for the future will brighten and change. You want to set intentions around the kinds of people that you want to connect with, around the goals that you do want to engage in for the future, and have some fun with it. Definitely, if you're invited to a party or a chance to go out and be with the tribe, you go for it. This is no time to sit home alone. For Scorpio, all the intensity and focus is around your career, mission, and profession. This is where you set intentions for the dream come true job, for the, whether it's entrepreneurship or you're working in a company or corporation or in a profession that lights you up, whether it's becoming your own boss, whether it's having passive income streams, whatever it is that you want to build around your social identity, your public relations, and expand from there. That's where you set the intention. Sky's the limit. You don't want to hold back here. You want to set intentions that are true to you, and don't worry if they seem too far out of reach. Let's say you've just started your first year of university and you actually want to be an architect, or you want to work in the healthcare professions or the helping professions. Maybe you want to be an artist and you just started an apprenticeship, or you just started working on your portfolio, or you're taking a photography class. It may seem like miles from Texas, so it's going to be a long time before you get there, but no, it's the journey. And the moment that you set the intention for the dream come true career, you have begun the career. You have started that path, and that becomes your identity. So set intentions there, make it big, make it creative, make it sing. It's got to have your heart engaged fully. And if you're in a career that isn't fulfilling, make plans to get the hell out of it. Because this is your life, and it's time to do what you want to do. For Sagittarius, it's so exciting. You're still in this vibe of the big Jupiter expansion in your sign. And here comes the new moon in Leo in the 9th house, your particular solar 9th house. And it is all about new horizons. you're going to be thinking about where you can make your life bigger, larger than life. It's like stepping from the small screen to the big screen. You metaphorically, you want to be out there in the direction you want to go in an expansive way. So you're going to be thinking about the beliefs that you hold, the stories you tell about how big or small your life is. You're going to go ahead and play with and flirt with ideas of how it can become bigger and how you can do more of what it is you love to do, whether that means more education or working with others who are savvy in that direction, or maybe just rolling up your sleeves and going for it. For example, you can take all the creative writing courses in the world and master classes, and it's amazing to hear these master writers speak of their craft. It's wonderful until you sit down and write and do the actual start to tell the story. You're not going to expand. So if you felt like you were stuck in that zone of waiting for permission to move forward, that's over. Launch. Set that intention and move into it. For Capricorns, this is an intense time. I'll tell you what, straight off the bat, especially if you're Australian and you haven't done your taxes yet, sit down, do them. The first quarter in August, that's a time for you to take care of bookwork. Get the taxes submitted. It's so easy now, it's online. Get caught up if you're halfway through the financial year in the States and other countries, depending on where your financial year rides. Take a look. If you're accustomed to ignoring it for 12 months, don't. You want to utilize this energy to get your ducks in a row when it comes to shared resources, taxes, loans, grants, any windfalls, any inheritance. Deal with that on a practical level. On another side, with all this Leo energy there, creative collaboration. Creative collaboration. You may be invited to join a project. Don't hesitate. Put your hand up. This is where you join forces with others and you create something more than what the two or more of you could have done on your own. For Aquarius, everything in this new moon is about relationships. It's about setting intentions around the kinds of partnerships that you want, romantic in particular, but also business partnerships, financial endeavors, creative collaborations. Wherever you put your energy together with another person and call them partner, that's where your focus needs to go. If you're single, not in a partnership, not sharing any finances with anyone, open your mind to what it might be like to have a shared project where you pool resources, and these can be pooling your talents, working together in a particular way. If you work with other people in a coaching or counseling situation, you'll be thinking about your clients or your patients or the people that you help along the way. Any connections of this nature, set the intentions that are true to you now, not what you were thinking a year ago or 2 years ago or 10 years ago, but where you are at right now with what would make you smile. And listen for messages. They'll come from other people through the mouth of not so much babes, but through the mouth of others, the other. And they're going to say something significant to you. Pisces, this is all about a new health regime. Now, that's not boring. That's going to be really exciting and fun. It's like if you always wanted to do a private yoga session to really get your chaturangas correct or work out what's an excellent program for you for a particular healing process or a particular avenue. This is the time to do it. If you've ever wanted a personal trainer, or just even one session at the gym to make sure your alignment's correct, that you're working the right weights. If you ever wanted to consult with someone about a diet, maybe it's going to be a keto diet, or you're going to go vegan or vegetarian or paleo, who knows what, something authentic for you. And if you're inclined at all to get your personal well-being, health and fitness and nutrition in alignment, this is the time. This next 7 days is the time to put energy there. Also, reflect on your day-to-day job, the work that you do. Is it making you happy? Are you doing it with the hopes of it being something better later? It's like, if I just do this now, I'm going to put the work in and then 5 or 10 or 20 years down the line, then it'll be fun. Evaluate that area of your life and find ways that you can make it feel joyful and exuberant and find some enthusiasm for it now, because this is all there is right now. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this glimpse of new moon to first quarter, August 2019. See you next time.